Hi, this is Tom Jacobs from tdjacobs.com and also healingsuicide.com. And today's January 11th, 2020. I wanted to do a quick, just a few minutes, brief Pluto and Saturn and Capricorn update. I did two over the last, 3 days or so, just to give you this little check-in. And then there's a longer video that's like, I don't know, like an hour or something from January 2019 on called an empowering approach to Pluto, Saturn, and Capricorn. So using an orb of 5 degrees, it's in play from, say, March 2019 to November 2020. So this conjunction on January 12th, tomorrow as of this recording, is just one day, so to speak, one moment. But it's like over a year and a half of this extended opportunity. Because they're outer planets, things brew and take time to unfold. So don't be surprised if you're still kind of dealing with stuff, for months afterward. Again, within 5 degrees of orb, especially if those planets are activating something particular in your own natal chart. So the focus that I want to talk about today is the purpose of fear, or the role of fear. Because with Pluto and Saturn asking us to step up, to dig deep, to be strong, to mature, to take on a new responsibility, or to, the way I said it the other day, is to deliver something, like to dig deep. I am strong enough to handle this. Well, fear will naturally come up, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's natural that fear comes up. Just checking, okay. Yeah. Anyway, so my question really is, what are you going to do with fear? So first of all, don't judge that it exists and that you experience it. Don't judge that you may have a task or an opportunity. This could be a task you feel like you have to respond to, like pressure, or it could be an opportunity to step into something amazing. Either way, fear can come up. So first, don't judge that you have it, all right? And second, don't shame yourself that something might be hard, right? That one of the huge, as a spiritual teacher who does emotional and spiritual counseling and energy work and other life integration and healing, one of the major things that holds people back that I observe is their judgments of their emotions or their fear of their emotions. So number one, yeah, it's hard and you're feeling what you're feeling. Number two, we have to sort out where the fear comes from. Some fear says, wait a minute, I intuitively or in my bones or in my gut sense this is not right for me, right? But some fear, and that's legitimate in its own way, it's one category. The other category is I judge myself, I fear what I might do, I judge others, I don't trust life, I don't feel safe. So that's another category of fear. So it's important now, if you are feeling challenged and triggered and stuff is coming up, it's super important that you endeavor to sort these things out. Like, you have an amazing opportunity, but part of you goes, well, but I made a mistake before and I don't know if I can really do it, or I never got the help or training that I needed, or I don't feel like I have the support I need, right? So that's different than, you know what, this feels wrong. Fear can come up when something feels toxic or not true or wrong or false to us too. So my invitation for you today is, number one, don't judge what you're feeling. Number two, see if you can hear, this is the technique of doing it, hear what different parts of you have to say. Now, central to this process is remembering that you are not your emotions, or your emotions are not who you are. Yes, you're feeling something. A, don't judge it. B, listen to it, but that's not who you are. So that's really central to this whole thing. And if you get nothing else out of the Pluto-Saturn conjunction for these, 19-ish, 20-ish months or whatever it is, 18, 19, whatever, 20 months, if you get nothing else out of it, then you met fear within you, and you saw resistance within you, and you heard arguments within you about why you shouldn't trust life or others or yourself. If you get nothing other than hearing those voices super, super loud, awesome. But you also have the chance. So it's kind of something I've developed over years of channeling the Ascended Master Hermes, Jehudi, Thoth, Saint Germain, Merlin. That being really has a focus of helping us understand how to manage our energies better, and emotions are energies. So you are not what you feel, but you are hereby officially invited to listen to what you feel. Listen. So this is why I emphasize in so many of the teachings that I offer, getting grounded, connected to the earth in the body, putting our center of gravity not in our face. And if you're having fear, that's where your center of gravity is. It's like your eyes are on the lookout, your ears, all these things directly hardwired to your brain, and then your mouth trying to stave something off or justify or explain or ask questions. Am I safe? Blah, blah, blah. Pulling the center of gravity of your awareness in the present moment always down. That's grounding. Some people get it, they hug a tree. Some people walk barefoot in the dirt or the grass. Some people, nature things, the sound of trickling water, a cat purring, I don't know, whatever, right? Playing with your dog, whatever it is, or being in the woods, or being in water, something, right? All these different ways to access this. But the point is lowering the center of gravity of your awareness, not leading with your face and your brain's concerns, pulling it down so you have a solid foundation. And if you can cultivate that on a regular basis, you can cultivate a comfort or a comfortability, a comfort with not believing your emotions, but letting them be what they are. Emotions being waves of energy that are trying to crest and break. If you keep everything at 78%, of its intensity, so it never breaks, you're just carrying about a bunch of waves that are contorting you and making you uncomfortable. So again, if you get nothing out of the Pluto-Saturn deal other than, oh my God, I'm uneasy, I'm afraid, I'm uncertain, I don't know what's going to happen, I don't know if I can trust myself, what's going to happen next? If that's all you get, you're winning, you're doing it right. Then what are you going to do with that fear? So number 3, if you don't believe, actually I lost count, but anyway, the next paragraph, if you get comfortable not believing that you are your feelings or your emotions, including your fears, then you essentially keep your hand on the steering wheel, so to speak, of your life. So emotions will come up, but they're not who you are. So listen to them, give voice. Why do I feel this way? What is this? Let parts of you talk while you're filled with emotion, be grounded enough that you can hear the explanation, the reasons, the concerns, and sometimes put words to things. Because then you can get really clear, right, that's not who I am, but part of me does feel this, I do feel this. So then you can make conscious choices and let fear, this is the point of this whole little video, the short video, you can then let fear be a teacher for you because it reveals what different parts of you believe. Well, I have fear that I'm going to make the wrong choice. So where does that come from? Well, maybe I don't trust myself. Well, why don't I trust myself? Maybe I made a choice 10 years ago or 14 minutes ago that instills doubt in myself. Well, very clearly that's a mistake. Very clearly I did that wrong, so I shouldn't trust myself, right? There's a reason in there. So you can let these parts come up and tell you essentially what are the blocks, resistance points, what arguments do parts of you carry about why you're not safe, supported, lovable, amazing, competent, worthy of celebration. Why are you not worthy of being heard? Parts of you will come up with those fears, and if you can learn to listen to them without believing they are who you are, that's a huge process. That's a huge process. Whew. Okay, so anyway, I don't know. Good luck. I don't know. Keep in touch if I can be of help in any way. I don't have time right now to look at YouTube comments, but you can email me at tom@tdjacobs.com if you're curious about my services or things. Like right now in the short term for the next at least, I don't know, few months or whatever, I'm doing these 20-minute Pluto-Saturn overview readings for your own chart. So a pre-recorded MP3. So I'm doing that for people, and people are getting a lot of mileage out of that because I'm bringing through their guides and talking about chart context and everything, kind of a focused reading. So you can keep in touch about that. And I also have 2 sold as a set channeled meditations specifically on these themes of maturity, responsibility, dealing with fear and pain and grief, whatever, from Ascended Master Jehudi, who was Hermes, Thoth, Saint Germain. And there are 2 channel meditations that I offer through my channeled audio page at tdjacobs.com too. So anyway, take care of yourself. And I may do more of these updates over the next few days just to give you food for thought since all this stuff is up. And also yesterday on the 10th was an eclipse, a full moon lunar eclipse in Cancer, which puts, while it's a lunar eclipse in Cancer, it puts the emphasis on the sun in Capricorn as a lunar principle is somewhat eclipsed, and the sun is with Pluto-Saturn series. Okay, anyway, take care. Hope this is helpful. Goodbye.